Wagwan, everybody. Welcome back to the Light of Jah. I am Jah, and I'm here to take you on a journey back to self and to remind you of the light that already exists within you. And when we talk about the law of attraction, I feel like a lot of people don't discuss what it truly takes to attract things in your life and to understand that we are the ultimate creators of our reality. This physical realm and this physical plane that we live in is a manifestation of our internal environment. Our internal environment is truly our inner self, our inner knowing, our higher self, our godly essence. And when we are detached or when we are disconnected from that part of ourselves, how can we truly attract the things in our life that we require? Sometimes some of us ask questions and wonder why am I not getting the thing that I keep asking for? It's because you have a disconnection with your internal environment. You cannot attract the things that you want if you are disconnected from your inner self. How does that disconnection even start and how does it happen? Well, it starts from a young age when we disconnect from who we truly authentically are, which is our inner God essence. And when you start disconnecting further and further and letting the world around you and even yourself start to make you believe that you are not who you truly came here as, you start to become something else. And that's how you develop a persona. That's how we start developing identities. And having identities makes us individuals. And when you have the idea that you're an individual, you have the idea that you are separate from everything else around you. When the truth is that you are one. We are all one together in the universe, in this earthly plane. We are all one, and we are all a manifestation of God. We are all a manifestation of what it truly means to be love. Our divine essence is love. Who we are is love. And when we have a further disconnection with the truth that we are manifestations of God, then we feel loneliness, we feel fear, we feel angry, we feel all of those lower vibrational emotions, and when you are further and further away from your inner self, you lack the ability, you lack the tools that you need to manifest. And I feel like a lot of people will talk about manifesting and the law of attraction, but they fail to talk about what you need to do in order to get there. What do you need to do to get there? You need to understand that you need to have a connection with your inner self. How do you start to have a connection with your inner self? You be able to be in silence. Be able to sit down and have nothing else going on around you and listening to that inner voice that you hear. And I feel like society has normalized pushing and furthering us away from listening to ourselves. And let me tell you this, when you don't have that relationship, that strong foundation with your inner self, you are way more susceptible to be influenced by other people's creations of their own identities. You see, there is one truth. There is other people's personas and their own identities, and there is the true godly essence that lives within all of us that is a shared connective energy. And when you are not a part of the individuals who understand that you are in control of your life and you are your own creator, then you allow the outside world to have so much influence on you. You allow the outside world to determine and dictate your reality. Once you understand that you are the true creator of your reality, the law of attraction happens. The law of attraction is easy to you. The law of attraction makes sense because you now are equipped with the internal environment to understand that you are the creator. So as a creator, I am able to create my reality.
And a lot of people think that as artists or as creators, that's something that is for people who are talented, who can draw or paint or sing. No, as confirmation. No, as human beings, we are all creators. We are all artists. Life is art. The divine creator created us to be many creators. We are the epitome. We are the manifestation of the ultimate creator. Do you understand that when your inner essence and you creating is your godly essence? So whatever you create is your divine blueprint. And when those people don't follow your divine blueprint, when others or you don't follow your divine blueprint, meaning your divine purpose of why you were intended to come here on earth, you feel as though you're lost. You may feel as though, what am I doing? Like, I want to do something that I have joy for. I want to do something that feels good. I want to do something that brings back good to society. As human beings, we have that innate, want to, help, to do something. That's because that is how we were designed and created. Because that is what the Creator wanted us to be. In the same likeness, in the same light. Because that is what we do here on the Light of Jah. We are searching for our inner light. And I'm just here to remind you that you have the same light within you that I recognize within me. And we all share such a unique ability to spread our own personalized blueprint upon the earth. So you have to listen to your inner voice, but in order to listen to your inner voice, you have to be able to sit in silence and quiet your mind, quiet the persona. Because the godly essence in the form of you is in the subconscious. You hear how people talk about the subconscious mind and how it's suppressed. We suppress our godly essence. We suppress our divine knowing, and we become the versions of us that is cultivated by society, by the earthly plane. We no longer feel as though we are ourselves. You remember when you were a kid and you were able to just be? You were in your most godly form. But the interesting part about it all is that that's what the Creator wanted. The Creator wanted you to become an individual. The Creator wanted you to have your own personalized experience so we all wouldn't walk around being like robots. But now when it comes to a turning point in your life, when it's time to wake up, that's why you can hear that sometimes, to wake up from your sleep, from your slumber, and to tap into your inner self, your inner God, your inner knowing. When you tap into that version of you, that is when it's time to activate your blueprint. You don't want to leave this earthly plane with any regrets. Don't leave with any regrets. Leave knowing that you activated your purpose. You lived in your truth. Because what is wrong and what is right? Because there is only one truth. Your godly essence lives within you, and you were brought here with a purpose. And you were designed to follow that purpose. In order to attract all things in your life, you have to understand that you are the Creator. Before you can follow the law of attraction, yeah, it is the law. But in order to even activate or be able to tap into that law, you have to be able to tap into yourself. You can't expect the outside environment to change until your internal environment changes. Understand that. Your internal environment has to change first. A little sparkling water, it's a little spicy. But your internal environment is your inner self, your inner God essence, your inner knowing that you are the Creator. You're the ultimate innovator of your own reality. But until you know that is the deep truth, and you may be hearing this, and this is the first time you hear this, and it may seem as though it's outlandish, but it's not. It's just the first time that you are hearing this, so therefore it seems different. But it seems different because you have programmed yourself to the same thoughts. You have programmed yourself to the same thinking. So when you hear something outside of that programming, it sounds like it won't fit for your own system. But all you need is a reboot. All you need is a reboot. You just need to reboot your system, reprogram your system in order to take in new information. Because once this seed is planted, you will see more signs and more seeds will be planted into your garden that we call our minds, and plants will sprout with new information that takes you to a new fruitful place. So law of attraction is you attracting what you are, you attracting what you think, you attracting what you know. And once you know that you are the creator, you know that what you think is what you are. And you know that what you think creates everything that you need. And everything that you need is already inside of you, which is what I've always been saying. And you channel all that you need. You channel all that you need. Nothing outside of you can give you what you need. God lives within you. God is within you. It is not an outside source. That is the truth, the one truth, and the only truth. God is an internal source because the work must be done intrinsically before it is extrinsically done. Everything that you need is inside of you. Nothing is done externally. Because why do you feel like you don't know yourself? Why do you feel lonely? Why do you feel like you need to seek outside pleasure? Because let me tell you this, once you have a void that is distance from your inner God and your persona, once you have that distance, the more and more you don't feel like yourself. And when you see individuals who are living in their true authenticity, meaning their oneness with their inner self, their inner God, when you see those people and you see that they're truly happy, because happiness is the only emotion that truly exists. All the other ones were created, are figmentations. So once you see those individuals who are truly living happy and authentic lives because they are one with their inner self, their inner God, you wonder what they have and you try to get it. You wonder what they have, but instead of finding and going within, you seek outside sources to fulfill your void. The only thing that can fulfill the void inside of you is you, and closing the gap between your persona and your inner self, and your higher self, your godly self. Closing the gap and understanding that those two are one. And it's not saying that you have to fully let go of your ego, which is your persona, that your identity that has been cultivated throughout your life. You don't have to get rid of that. That's not something you have to get rid of, but you have to understand that the identity is what has been created, but I don't have to feed into the identity. I like my identity, I do, because it makes me an individual. It has cultivated my entire life and my entire existence. But also on the other hand, I also listen to my inner voice, because when I don't listen to my inner voice, then I am susceptible to receiving all information. I am susceptible to being influenced. I'm open. But when you have a strong connection with your inner self while operating in the persona, in the ego, you understand and you are able to know what information to be influenced by and what information to not be influenced by. That's the important part. And then going back, once you have that connection and you're able to listen to your inner voice, to trust yourself. So many of us don't want to admit, but a lot of us don't trust ourselves, and it just means you don't trust your inner God. Because for so long you've been told that inner voice is wrong. It's been diminished, it's been pushed down, pushed aside into the subconscious levels. That's why when you sleep, right, you're in the most divinely connection with God when you sleep, because it is a spiritual plane, it is a spiritual realm. You're in connection with God when you sleep. And that's why we feel rejuvenated in our minds. Our minds are blank when we sleep. The ego quiets, the persona quiets, and all that's left is the inner voice. All that is left is the subconscious voice. So when you sleep, you're able to access your godly essence. That's why a lot of people say that you can heal a lot of things when you're sleeping more than when you can when you're awake. Because when you're awake, you tend to overthink. The law of attraction works by thought. All things start with a thought. All creations are started with a thought. So when you want to attract something in your life and you have a thought, please understand that your mind is so powerful that you created that one thought. But if negative thoughts that contradict that original thought, not even just negative, if contradicting thoughts follow that one thought, those contradicting thoughts have the same power as that original thought. So you have to be mindful and careful of what you're thinking on a daily basis, and understanding that you are the creator of your own reality. And that's what a lot of us fear. That's why a lot of us believe that an outside source is in control of us, but that's not the case. The case is that the inner God lives within you, and God gives you that will from within, not from without. You are more powerful than you think. You are more strong than you think. You are perfect. Exactly as you are perfect, and you are created in the likeness of God. You are perfect. Nothing needs to change. The only thing that needs to happen is for you to get in contact and tap into your inner self. Change your thoughts on a daily basis. Think positive things. Think what you want to happen, not what you don't want to happen. Don't ponder on the past and don't ponder on the future, because the only truth is, all we have is the present moment. So feed into that. Ashe. I'm so glad you guys came here to talk with me today. I truly hope you maybe replay this video. If it sounded a little bit different, that means you just maybe need a little bit more time to process that information. That may be your first time hearing it, maybe your second time hearing it. But I appreciate you for listening. And if you want more of this information, if you want more guidance, if you want more training on how to tap into your inner voice and how to attract the things in your life that you would like to, and to know that you are the ultimate creator, come join me on the Holistic Light Room on Patreon. The link will be down below. I appreciate you guys. Ashe. And remember, on the Light of Jah, you are love. You are light. And everything that you seek is already within you, because your subconscious, your inner voice, already has it. Ashe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.